through some game prep, talking D&D, answering all of your questions, hopefully introducing some new people to the sport, a little something I like to do. And of course, we're going to be creating a city encounter. That means we're building an entire encounter from start to finish, including writing the encounter, the enemies, the thugs who are involved, writing the story, the narrative, the behaviors, how they participate, and then, of course, all the way up to and including making an entire combat map from scratch, fully interactive, of course, as we are here on chat. So if you have any questions or any thoughts, anything at all you want to talk about, by all means, lay it on me. I hope you enjoy it. But first, let's get started at the bar, shall we? Yes, now, here we go. Setting things up in the dirty hole tonight. If we've made a couple of changes to the show, and of course, as we continue to grow into the Facebook platform, we'll continue to make some new upgrades, get some new additions into the visuals and things like that, everything that we like to do. I'm starting to chill a little bit. I'm a little less nervous than I was when I started. Of course, tunes will help. There we go. Get some tunes going here. Let me get figured out. Yeah, so how's your week going so far, gang? Everybody feeling good? Are we ready to roll some dice tonight? Are we feeling hot? I hope you guys are feeling hot, because it's looking good here in the bar. We got the jams going. Just vibe with me. Let's groove. Yeah. Wednesday night, hump day. Happy hump day. We got that energy. We got those good feels. Who here is familiar with the Dungeons and or the Dragons? Who has never played? Who's always been curious, but has never really taken the plunge? Who amongst you is brave enough to roll with me tonight? And who's going to be the first to break the silence today? It's a race. I'm feeling good today. I love Wednesday. It's been a great week, honestly. A lot of really cool things are happening worldwide. And just in the realm of content, gaming, having a great time. Deanna, hello. Happy Wednesday to you. Pleasure to make your acquaintance. How are things, Deanna? You feeling good tonight? I got it. I'm feeling this like electric energy today, my friend. Yes, as we rally the troops. Folks, if you do want to help out, just being here is more than enough. In fact, I'm so thrilled that you came by today. Don't be a stranger. Don't be too shy. Of course, if you want to lurk, you got to lurk. It's all good. Whatever suits you. But I like to be highly interactive, so if you have any questions or anything at all. Oh, it's Toina. You got us on the Book of Faces. What's up, Toina? Welcome. So glad to see you on this side of the hood. Very nice. How's your week treating you? You feeling good? You know, I wondered. I'm so glad to be back behind the screen doing Dungeons and Dragons things, game prep, and all that good stuff that comes with it. Sila, hello, good evening. How you doing? Welcome. Good to see you. Doing great on your end. Fantastic. I'm so glad to hear it. Yeah, I was really excited to come back doing the D&D thing. I still am, of course. But as a creator, I had a dilemma, especially as a creator in the Dungeons and or Dragons territory. What was that dilemma, you might ask? Well, it's this. I had the choice of either going up against the infallible, the monolithic Critical Role on Thursday evening, or going up against hockey on Wednesday evening. So I chose to go up on Wednesday evening for Dungeons and Dragons things. Sin Light, hello Sin, how are you? Welcome. Good to see you. Welcome to the stream. Hope your Wednesday's off to a banging start, my friend. Yeah, so I opted to go up against hockey, and in hindsight, as a Canadian creator, maybe I should have gone up against Critical Role instead. But no matter, we're doing what we do, and we love it thoroughly, start to finish. Yes. Here we go. Oh my god, a ding-a-ling in the ear telling me that Michael has liked the stream. Thank you very much for the like, Michael. Much appreciate you. Hello, I hope your Wednesday's off to a baller start. Old Man Tree, thank you very much for the like. Much appreciate you. James, thank you very much for throwing a like at the stream, showing the love. Welcome, gang. This looks good. And you can see we've made some improvements, some new additions to this stream. So we've got all of our alerts over here, so you guys can see your names up in lights, of course. Wiggles coming in. What's up, Wiggles FT? Good evening, my friend. Dr. Feargood represent the Green Knights in the house. My moderator team coming in strong. Sila Lodi says, hang on, hold up. I'm hanging on. Don't keep me in suspense, Sila. Tree, I'm excited to see what you do. And thank you very much, Tree. I'm really looking forward to tonight, because last Wednesday is when we really jumped back into the Dungeons and Dragons mega stream rather. And Pine to be fine is coming right up, my friend. Don't worry about a thing. What kind of cider do you like? We've got several kinds. One's from the far off Dale Lands, and the other straight from Waterdeep itself. Now the Dale Lands one's a bit fresher, but it'll kick you right in your teeth if you're not ready for it, if you know what I mean. There you go. Oh man, shooting 50 stars. Bling, 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 bling. Shooting stars. You're a shooting star. That is what you are. Thank you very much. Jennifer, thank you for the stream like. Yes, Jen, thank you so much for liking the stream. Your consistent support. Much appreciated. The countdown is over, my friends. And do you know what that means while I queue up the ciders and get these flagons filled with the sauce of the day? I don't know if that's a good way to say that or not, but there you go. I did it. I said it, and I'm not sorry. What happens when the countdown's finished, my friends? That means... Andrew, welcome. Thank you very much for liking this stream. Much appreciate you. When the countdown ends, my friends, it is time to roll. Let's do it. Oh my goodness. How can you not be hyped after that? I don't even know. How am I supposed to measure up? How can I follow that? I can't follow my own intro. What is this? What is this right now? My goodness. Let's get some stuff shared out here. We're going to spread the word. Let me know if you're interested in helping out, gang. This is exactly the way to do it. Please don't hesitate if you are so inclined. I would love to have you help me share out the stream. Tell your friends if you're into that kind of thing. If you want to help out completely free of charge, then by all means, please do share. Like the stream. Don't forget to throw me thumbs up. Say hello. That's what we're all about here. Yes. Good evening. Less direct competition. Yes, yeah. I'm not going up against Mercer and the crew, but going up against the Leafs is a different kind of challenge, my friends. All right, let's... There we go. I'll go up against the Leafs before Mercer and friends any day. So today I'm excited. We do have a plan, actually. So Inheritor D&D, something I've always wanted to do. Let me tell you, what was the holdup, if any? Paul, thank you very much. Love that you're doing this. Me too, my friend. I love it. It feels so good. It's just, this is what charges my batteries. Streaming in the evenings, especially getting back behind the screen, doing the Dungeons and or the Dragons. So all that goodness, all a big part of it. Dual screen is what prevented you. The to find a group of peeps geeky enough to do it. Well, if you need a reference. How about watching all 3 screens really spun your head this time with that fire intro, baby? Yes. Indeed. Oh my god, I'm having a blast already, and we're just getting started. Sally, you have to try as well. We didn't know anyone around that played. All right, we're gonna have to at least let me look. I'll put a pin in this right now because you guys are local. I know we can do it online anyway. I'm gonna have to start queuing up some one shots. I've had a lot of really great interest from the community. A lot of people who are interested in playing or trying Dungeons and Dragons. So I think we're absolutely going to have to queue up some one shots. I'm going to try something here. I don't know if it's going to work, but let me see if I can do a Discord command. Whoops. Sorry. I mean, I love the intro, but that's not, I'm not trying to force it on you. You know what I mean? Sorry, I realized that I can't type into chat. So another thing we're going to have to work out as we go forward. But if I've got a mod who can throw an ! Discord in chat, jump in Discord. But you guys know how to get at me anyway. So if you're interested in that, I'll have some news coming out on one shots. I think it's the best way to get a few people through a D&D experience. And in fact, what we're going to do tonight is going to give you an idea of what a one shot might actually be like. So what we're doing is just like kind of an encapsulated encounter. It's going to start in the city of Hillsfar, which is a bustling metropolis. It's suffered under primarily human rule, and they haven't been always friendly to outliers. There's actually quite a problem in the city, so it tends to be a little bit more corrupt. Hillsfar tends, the fates of Hillsfar or the activity in the city tends to fall to guild masters and their corrupt dealings. Hillsfar is most affluent and wealthy, and then it is I would say a monarchy, if anything, but a highly corrupt monarchy. So it's run by an ancient lineage of rulers who are equally embattled as the state of Hillsfar itself. So I'm actually going to also let me share this out, see if I can share this out to some groups that I joined. So joined a couple of really great groups this week, and let's see if there we go. I don't know if this will be helpful. I hope that doesn't get me in trouble. I'm never really sure, how people feel about that, like sharing the stream out. I don't want to spam anybody, so hopefully it will we'll stay on the right side of the law there, you know what I mean? Because your boy doesn't want to get in trouble, you know what I mean? I want to build good relationships here on the Book of Faces. I don't want to, I don't want to make anybody mad. Ain't nobody got to get mad. Right? There you go. I got a notification from my own share. That's pretty sweet. Good times. Yes, look at me go. Do my own things. That's silliness. I wonder if I can redo this and turn it up. Yeah, here we go. I'm gonna fake it. Bear with me, gang, because I don't want my stuff to be at the top. There we go. That's better. I'm not included. I'm a little bit biased. I have to share my own stream out. Yeah, so I'm hoping that people are okay with that. I don't really know what the etiquette is for sharing things out on the Book of Faces just yet, so we're getting the hang of it. Bachman's not working. I got your back though. Thank you, Ampli. You know what? It's because oh, that's weird. Why isn't the bot command working? That is so strange. You know what? In some of these changes that we made to integrate things with the stream, it may have gotten a little bit funky. You know what I mean? I just blew up my own alerts. How audacious is that? Ridiculous. It sure is fun though, I'll tell you that much. It sure is fun. I hope that stops now. No, yeah, I'm causing myself trouble, I know. I just refreshed them so that was the last one. Andrew was the last one. Because it gave me, it pinged me for sharing my own stream, and that wasn't my intention. That sounds like a little bit self-absorbed. I think. Who knows? Who knows what's going on? Who knows how they do what they do? No one's the boss of you, Book of Faces. Still getting used to setting up my, like, command central here. Scarjack, welcome to the party. You know what? You're not late. A Scarjack arrives precisely when he means to. And the party has just begun because now you're here. Seattle Joe, welcome, Joe. How's it going? Hello and good evening. How's your Wednesday treating ya? Feeling good, I hope. Yes, all right. So as we were saying, we are getting ready to produce or create this encounter. So we're going to do it start to finish, provided I can stop talking for 10 minutes to actually get things going. I've noticed, too, that this has not... Oh, yes, it is working, actually. That's right. Okay, so if you're new to the stream, you haven't done so already, please do throw me a follow. Think about throwing me a like. Anything you want to do to help promote or help us get the word out about the stream, greatly appreciated. Of course, for me, all I ask is that you show up, that you're here. That's what means the world to me. Let's get this done. So we're talking about an encapsulated city encounter. So we're going to go through everything from writing the encounter right up to who's involved, building the enemies. You're going to see the process, how we balance an encounter for a party of players. In my case, I have 5 level 7 players, I believe. So there's a formula that we can use to loosely get an idea of how to tune an encounter so that it is challenging, but not like overwhelming for players. And look, there are people who have differing opinions on this. When I build a world, the world is open. You could take a wrong turn and easily land yourself in a situation that's way out of your league. But generally, when you're in an adventure, then it should more or less make sense for the characters to be there. Make sense? Make sense? Make sense? So obviously, I want it to make sense. Now, the problem is some people say, well, you throw anything at your characters, but like, it's not fun for a group of characters to walk into a dragon that's going to just wreck them, right? Where's the fun in that? And as a dungeon master, my mantra to playing this game has always been fun first, right? So you want to have an engagement that's epic, that makes people feel heroic, that does threaten them, because the threat of death has to be real in the game as well. The stakes are so much higher and the investment is so much greater when characters do feel that there's a very real possibility that they could lose their characters in this encounter. They have to be smart, they have to think, and they have to work together in order to do this effectively. So that's the focus. Sila, no, you need to kill the dragon. Yes. Well, I'm not saying, like, you know, I'm not pro-dragon, that's for sure. Everybody likes loot. Dragons have the loot. Dragons gotta die, you know what I'm saying? Scarjack 5 level 7's nice. Open world is always fun. Yes, and I love the level 6-7 range. It's probably one of my favorite level ranges of players to DM4, because there are so many things that you can get into. There are a lot of really great, amazing, like they're starting to come into their power. They have a pretty healthy roster of abilities to use in combat and roleplay encounters, and you can just do things that are a little bit more interesting. They're a little bit more resilient. You don't have to handle them too much with kid gloves. I don't really do that either. But like loot, like in WoW, drop stuff you don't need. Yeah, exactly. There's less junk loot in D&D, you'll find. So oh my goodness, Pathfinder and Starfinder has subscribed. Fantastic. Now, this is a TTRPG stream first. My focus typically has been Dungeons & Dragons 5e, just because that's the way it rolled out. But I have been reading the Pathfinder First Edition, which is a great product made by another company named Paizo. And this just triggered me because I saw Pathfinder and Starfinder just subscribe to the YouTube channel. Hi, guys, if you're watching. Anyway, but it just kind of pinged me because another really great system is Pathfinder, which was really kind of founded by some of the core group of designers from Wizards of the Coast, who are the creators of Dungeons & Dragons, or rather the current owners of Dungeons & Dragons, we'll say. But they also produce a system called Starfinder, which is like a TTRPG system for spacefaring encounters. Very cool stuff. I just finished reading through the first edition Pathfinder, and I'm actually starting to read the second edition just out of interest and curiosity. So a lot of really great TTRPG systems out there. The focus for this is D&D 5e. Most of the mechanics I'm going to go through are D&D 5e, but that doesn't mean you can't ask or talk about any other system. So I'll just put that out there. That is my disclaimer. That's you. Yep, think I'm sticking with Twitch. That's all up to you. No problem. No problem. That's why we do it. right? That's why we multi-stream, because we want to make it available to as many people as possible. Silas, so sad. If my WoW character dies for good, I would cry. Can you imagine if there's like a hardcore mode and your World of Warcraft character could just die and just like be wiped? That was it. Well, it's very similar though, Silas, because in fact, I would argue that a lot of people put the same amount of time, if not more, into their D&D characters. For example, the long-standing campaign, the home campaign that I've been running since 2015. It's a 5-year-old campaign. And that's not even that strange for a game of D&D or TTRPG. Polyhedral, welcome. Hey, good evening yourself. Welcome. Happy Wednesday to you. Glad to have you on board today. Starfinder's fun. 1E Pathfinder was a blast to play. Have yet to try 2E. I liked first edition because I come from a basic and advanced 2E D&D formation, I guess, or foundation. But I did find Pathfinder 1E is pretty crunchy. What I mean by that, there's a lot of mods. There's a lot of like mathiness to it. It's not hard once you get the hang of it, but the learning curve's a lot higher. And I think modern day or like newer TTRPGers who are coming into the fold, they can be a little bit. That can be a bit of a exponential curve for them to handle. That's some of the feedback that I've heard anyway. But Scarcheck, my wife says hardcore buzz. She's a Diablo 2 player. That's exactly what I was thinking when I said if there was a hardcore mode. I was thinking exactly Diablo for that reason, because I used to play hardcore Diablo as well. Aaron Durr, I would be constantly making new tunes. I promise you will. One of a D&D player's favorite pastimes when they're waiting in between sessions, which sometimes can be very difficult to schedule, is to just make characters. And that's part of the fun too. So maybe we'll do some character creation streams as well. We'll talk about things like that. But first I need to prove to myself that I can get through a single stream from start to finish and actually complete what I said I was going to complete. Because you guys know me, I love to talk. I love to chat back and forth. This is highly interactive. And to that end, please don't hold back if you have questions or anything you want to discuss, explore, or anything in between. By all means, let me know. With that said, let's jump right into the setup here. So this is an ambush that we're building. So our characters are going to make their way through Hillsfar, and at some point in time, there is going to be an opportunity for them to encounter this ambush. And it's a little bit malleable, so we can take this encounter, we can put it anywhere during the game or during the campaign session, what have you, because it's really just a city encounter. It's not really tied to anything or anchored to anything, so we can drop it on the players at any minute. So that's fun. We're going to talk about writing and setting up the encounter, the engagement. Then we're going to talk about rolling up and creating the thugs, the enemies who are in the encounter. And then we're going to talk about making the map. And you can see my reference here. I've got a little bit of a sketch in this document. Now, I'm basing this on a published work that I started the campaign in, but since I've basically completely rewritten it. So a lot of it is homebrew. I've totally rewritten this to fit my characters. It's a custom narrative that really speaks to their backstories, their histories, how they're intertwined with one another. And that just makes it a little bit more valuable, I guess, to the players themselves, because they are invariably intertwined in the story. It really is about and because of them. So that's the way I want to focus. Quick, everyone, distract him. It's too easy, Empot. You know this. Scarcheck, onto the module encounter. Let's build, indeed. You need Bigley so you can get your stuff done and she can chat. I tell you, ever since we started building like the Baz and Bigley dynamic, I love having her here because someone's always available to chat and someone can focus on the game. This one is a little less like twitchy. Like, I'm not going to die if I take my eyes off the screen, so it's not too bad. But I would love to have her here for this. Bigley does play in my regular game, by the way. She was one of those kind of new to D&D, was a little bit trepidatious, a little skeptical about it. Now thoroughly loves it. Like all my friends now who I play with, they're just like head over heels about it. Absolutely love it. You know, if you think about Game of Thrones or whatever your favorite fantasy is, if it's Witcher, Game of Thrones, Lord of the Rings, whatever it is. Now imagine you can be in that world and create an epic, heroic story that really reacts to you. That's the beauty of Dungeons & Dragons and TTRPGs in general. There is nothing you can't try to do. So the game becomes less about like, what can I do in this game? And more about like, what do you want to do? Try anything and the world will react. And that's where I come in as a Dungeon Master. I basically control how that world reacts to your involvement. That's really it when you boil it all down. So BECMI, fantastic fun. That is... You got me there. That's a deep cut for me, Polly. Started in 83. What's BECMI? The monitor is a mimic. Oh my god. I'd still dive into it. Okay, I want to play it. Sila, you and Aaron would love it. And we're going to do it. We're going to do it. Hold me to it. Either when we're allowed to do it in person, we will. And or we'll do an online game. We'll get you guys going. Dungeon Master Sauce. Roll initiative, baby. Let's do this. All right, so the setup. This is the setup that I wrote for it. So I write all the narrative. I set it up, but it goes a little something like this. Let me just chill out on the tunes for a bit so you get the feel. While time has passed strangely in the depths below Hillsfar, you emerge into the dead cold of night as these late summer evenings carry with them the promise of winter on the wind. Even the dull glow of the street lanterns are harsh to your eyes, having now adjusted the dim sewers below. Nonetheless, your task seemingly accomplished, you turn your attention to seeking your benefactor and rewarding information you were promised regarding the Nightingale's intent and whereabouts. And this is the overarching nemesis in the story. So we've gone through there, we describe the scene, they make their way through the city, and then... Choked, you got me so excited. Josh with a big sub, thank you very much for the resub. 7 months strong, my dude. Love you to pieces. Big salute. You nearly killed me, though, but that's okay. I would have gone happily. Thank you very much for the host, helping us get the word out as well, gang. If you haven't done so yet, throw us a follow, throw us a thumbs up, share out the stream, help us get the word out. I greatly appreciate it. This is what we do. We have fun doing it, don't we? Yes. So, as they continue on through, they're going to encounter this, so they're going to make their way through the town. Now, this is an ambush set up by one main character, one lieutenant, we'll say, and then a number of hirelings or mercenaries that have been compensated to assist with this ambush. So that is going to be a number of red plume guards who've been paid off to turn a blind eye, and a number of thugs and thieves who will actually participate in this encounter. What you see here in my notes are, this is how I write prompts so that at a glance I can look down at my notes but not take my eyes or my attentions away from the story. Ilnival, welcome. Happy hump day. Oh my goodness. Good to see you again. Welcome back. Happy Wednesday. Beautiful, beautiful. Big 7, baby. 7 months strong. Yet since for basic, expert, companion, master, and immortal. Wow. Oh, like red box set. Nice. The OG. OG rollers up in her. Yes. So when we go through this gives me a prompt that, okay, there's a wisdom perception check, difficulty class 12. So what that means is I'm going to need my characters to roll a perception check, which is one of the ability checks, to see if they notice anything about the area. They roll a d20 with their mods. If they meet or beat a 12 or higher, they are going to notice that the lyrics that they're hearing emanating through this alley are from a note that they had secured earlier in the game that they had. So they're going to notice that at least the lyrics match this poem that they read from another character. If they roll an 18 or higher in the same roll, they're also going to notice moving shapes hurrying along the building tops, these odd shadows that just seem to flicker out of your peripheral vision as the cold night air stirs this dead and silent alley. And then when it kind of springs, it's going to be a slow, very ominous buildup where this lieutenant is taunting them from down the alley. So we know there are 7 hobgoblin iron shadows, and there are 7 human archers. So that's what we need to create. So the good thing about this is we need 1 lieutenant, we need 7 hobgoblin iron shadows, and we need 7 human archers. So here's how we're going to do this. First of all, let's make the lieutenant. We're going to grab her stats. I believe they are actually in here. Okay, we'll do rolling up the monsters another time, because in this one they've actually set it up for us and they've scaled them based on our characters. So these are level 7 or 8. We have a pretty good group of... Yeah, here we go. So we've got our hobgoblins, we've got our archers as scouts. So this, my players are level 7. This is the recommended set for them. So here's how we're going to do it. Kestrel has 17 AC. She has 115 hit points. And she has +4 to her initiative. So when we go into combat, what that means is our players have to roll a 17 or higher to hit her based on a combination of her flexibility, how nimble she is, and how well armored she is. She also has 115 hit points. That's her health, pretty standard. Once you reduce her down to 0 health, she's defeated. And +4 to her initiative. This means that at the beginning of every combat scenario, we start by rolling initiative. This lets us know who goes at what order in the combat. So she's going to roll a d20. She had +4 to it, and that's going to determine where on the list she goes. So somebody rolls a 16, a 17, and a 23. Then that 23 would be first in combat. The 17 would be second. 16 would be third, so on and so forth. Clear? All right. The Hobgoblin Iron Shadows in this case are a little bit different. So these are 15 AC. These have 15 AC. I'm just taking down the most important stats right now. 15 armor class to hit them. You need to roll a 15 or higher. They have 32 hit points each. And they have +3 to initiative. Let's get the tunes back. Let's bring back the jams. Mm-hmm. Yes. Bringing back the jams. Mm-hmm. Yeah. She almost has initiative advantage. Oh, sorry, let me get caught up. Again, I have this thing where I have to read chat from the bottom up, and it makes no sense, and I keep reminding myself to not do it. Polly, just see, I have found the best realms. Polly's close to an OG as well. Organizing your D&D gear, Scar Shack. The good old days indeed. Those were the days when we played Red Box D&D. Yes, that's a song about Dungeons and Dragons. Nobody asked for it, but you got it anyway. So, you're welcome. And I'm not sorry. Favorite drink from Tim is the frozen lemonade. Ooh, nice pull, actually. So, Josh, you've been working on world builds also. Empot drank lots of slush pink lemonade for the old throat. You feeling better, Josh? Good, I hope. Well, let me scroll up a little bit. We got some tasty chat going on here that we got to get caught up on. Yes. Indeed. Represent, gang. Amazing. Working on a presentation paper for an event this weekend. 34 DMs and writers. That's at the event, Josh? Or working on the paper with you? My favorite drink tonight, by the way, is Jameson Caskmates. This is a blended Irish whiskey that we discovered actually in it was County Clare, actually, when we were in Ireland. And I thoroughly enjoy it. Nothing quite goes better with Dungeons and or Dragons than a smooth single pot Irish whiskey or a lovely single malt scotch. I will also take happily. You guys are going foodies on me. I love it. Oh God, writing collaboratively with 30 people would be insane. Yeah, that'd be gives you a little bit of a twitch. I'll just get your mind with extra lemon raspberry to make it extra tart. Oh, nice. That's nice, Josh. What event is this? If you can tell me with just another hit song from Basil the Bard performing this Sunday at the Neverwinter Grandstand. Don't miss it, y'all. Straight to your ear holes. Coming at you live from Water Deep. The deepest of Water Deep cuts. Yes. Yeah, is this online, Josh? Oh, private buy for some clients. Oh, well, nice. How wonderful is that? Well, good luck, man. That sounds amazing. All right, we have 7 human archers, and the archers are as follows: 16 AC. So they need a 16 or higher to hit the archers. That's going to make things hairy for them for sure. 75 hit points each. And initiative is +4. They're going to have to get pretty freaking creative here because this is going to be a tough fight. Now, it doesn't necessarily mean that they have to fight, and that's the beauty of D&D. You might be able to talk your way out of it, might be able to outsmart them, might be able to do a number of things that can help you through this before you even pull a sword, right? So there could be a lot of different ways to accomplish or approach this, but effectively they're the bad guys. So we've got an idea with this. We have some special features from Kestrel as well that she can use to her advantage. If we have time, I might come back to this and I'll show you how we're actually going to build out the enemies, but I really want to make sure we have time to get the maps done today. So that's what I think we're going to move into next. Let's head back to the bar real quick now while I get the map making software all sorted out so we can jump into the map making component of this and actually start to build out this ambush as you see it here with my reference. So take a quick look here because I won't have the reference up on the next screen, but this will be it. Effectively, we have a small cluster of 4 buildings, 1 longer building here, a narrow of pathways, some furnishings and accoutrement, and then, of course, we have lots of staging positions where the archers can perch and sort of create this bottleneck before their trap is sprung. So let's head back to the bar. All right. All right, let me move this around. Bear with me, gang, while we prepare the map-making suite. Of course, I'm going to start in Flowscape for my usual jam. How you guys doing? All right, are we ready to start this? Do you guys have any questions about anything that I've done so far or anything that I've mentioned that we've talked about? By all means, if you do, please do let me know. Let's talk through it, make sure that everybody understands that if you have any questions that those get answered as well. I did all of this so far without my headset on. How crazy is that? Do you guys even know? Do you guys even know how freaking crazy that is? Hey, you want to see your name up in lights right here? All you got to do is toss us a follow on the Book of Faces. Let's see it. There you go. Drop me a thumbs up. Throw me a follow. Share the stream if you want to help us get the word out. Any and all help is greatly appreciated. Let's build a map. All right, a little bit of a newer approach to the map making overlay, of course, from feedback we got last stream. We've got the chat up over there so you guys can see what we're talking about. You've also got our alerts up there so we can see what kind of great action we're getting on the stream today. And, of course, there's the bar of fame, as it were. I'd like to see us get to 200 followers on Facebook if we can, gang. So if you're so inclined you haven't done so yet, please do consider throwing me a follow on the Facebook page. We got lots more D&D gaming, couples gaming, the Friday morning show, all that good stuff. And that's my last pitch. I won't continue to bombard you guys. All right, we're rocking over into Flowscape here. And my cables are getting in my way, but I also don't want to knock anything over, so especially not my DM juice. Yay, maps! Oh, let's do it. Here we go. All right, we're gonna get into making Hillsfar. So this is where we're at. We want to flatten this out, of course. So there is one quick way to do that. Here we go. We'll just use a flat palette. I do know, so the dimensions of this are actually... Oh, I can bring up the reference. Hey, what do you know? There you go. How's that? That'll do it. So you can see we've got this. This is kind of our reference here. And we do have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10. And something 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So we got about a 20 by a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. So we got about a 13 by 28. So we're just going to make this, because we have to do it square, we're going to make this map 28 by 28. There we go. Add our grid. All right, 28 square. We'll go back to ortho view. So this is effectively the play area that we have. And this is a pretty big map. So I don't think we're going to run out of space here, really. But let's come back out of ortho. Right now we have a very flat map, and that's not quite what we want. So this is a city dwelling. It's certainly not paved. It might have some bedrock, might have some cobblestone, but otherwise it's going to be primarily dirt and silt, soft gravel that's been worn by thousands of footfalls, hundreds of thousands of footfalls over hundreds of millennia. So worn down, very sand-like, almost if you think like Greek Roman civilization. So think about that way as far as the flooring goes. Always teach 3 aspects. So you are... Sorry, Josh. I can't keep up with all this text, man. Oh, my goodness. Before the days of spell components. So I do... For spell components and things, I have like a monthly cost. If my players want to actually go and make purchases for specific components or difficult to find components or things that have a high gold value, I'll have them go and source them. That's how I handle that. Everything that's kind of day to day, like your regular spell allotments, I just have a monthly cost that all my spellcasters have to pay. Core spellcasters pay something different than hybrid spellcasters, depending on how powerful their spells are and things like that. So. Arcane Archer seems like a pretty cool class, actually, Ampot, yeah. I was reading through Tasha's the other day. We might get into, at the beginning of the show moving forward, I might bring the news kind of elements back into. We talk about D&D news, new things that are happening in the environment, new releases, things like that. So I might start doing that again, because I was reading through Tasha's and I was like, I'd really like to get on stream and talk about that. I won't tonight, but yeah, I definitely have some thoughts. Some of them might be a little fiery, but another time, perhaps. Yes, the maps. Thinking of putting a BECMI game together. Old school, When was the last time you played that system, Polly? Indeed. Doing all right, baby. Doing all right, Josh. I'm doing well. Thank you for asking. Should cantrips require spell components? I don't really split hairs over it, honestly. I just don't see it being fun, you know? Like, I think, first, I would say yes. If the players want to describe how the spell components come into it, anything that a player wants to do with that regard, if they want to bring the components into, describe how they mold or fold spell components into the crafting of arcane power, all for it. Strictly narrative, love it. It's beautiful. Bring it on. But if it becomes like meticulous where they constantly have to go and like collect like white sand for their light spell or something like that, I'm not going to have them go through that, right? Maybe if they'll go and source like a magic shop and replenish their basic components, that type of thing. Really, I would take the player's lead in that, but I won't enforce it. I'm not against cantrips and components, but they wouldn't be consumable. Yeah, exactly, Scarcheck. Like, it's the kind of thing you get like a big old bag of, right? Like, you get a Costco bag of bat guano, and you're good, right? Buy it in bulk. Indeed. Yes. All right. So let's think about the ground of our city. So this is going to be something that's a little bit more silt-worn. How are we going to do that? First of all... I got it. We're in the riverbed. That's why. Here we go. This is what we want. We want this to be just above water level. Maybe we can do some like pooling water and things like that. So this is actually looking okay. This could do. Oh, this is actually pretty good too. Maybe we do. I think this is the winner right here. Maybe expand that tiling just slightly. Let's get our grid back up here so we can see what the scale looks like there. What the hell happened there? That's not... That is not... There we go. I was like, that's not 28 by 28. That's like 5 by 5. There we go. Okay, so we've got... All right. I like that, actually. That looks okay. That looks okay. I could live with that. All right. Now, I don't want this to be... I don't want it to be, like, perfectly level, so we're just going to make it a little uneven. We're going to raise the ground a little bit, just slightly. Just give it some character. You know what I mean? Let's come down here to ground level. There we go. Just make it hilly, because nothing, you know, it's built on silt. It's a town built on the uneven, unplanned ground, the natural earth that Hillsfar was founded on. So let's do that. And that'll give us some character. Fly up to the sky. Yes. Feeling good. You like that texture, Josh? Good, good. All right. So let's stick with that. Let me bring up my reference again here. So the backing on this is the is actually the Diamond in the Dung is the tavern itself. So we got to keep that in mind too. This is actually all happening in and around the area where this adventure arc kicked off. So as they arrive in this area, this trap's going to be sprung. They're going to be engaged by these thugs and cretins that have been hired by this lieutenant of Nightingale. And then, of course, they'll have the opportunity to either question them. And yes, of course, loot is going to be involved. We can't forget that, can we? Very nice. All right. So we've got two main buildings, two accompanying buildings, and one long building at the bottom. So these buildings are about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. About 8 by 5, and the other being 7 by 5. So let's get our grid up. You remember last time I said I should have started in top-down mode because that is a better way for me to figure out the rotation of the map. So these are nothing really super fancy. Let's see if we've got something like this we can use. Oops, I want to get, let's make this a little bit less opaque. So we can just use that as a guide rather than be constrained by it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's see. A little bit smaller. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's about that. You guys are going to get to see the second half of my map making suite today, which is the Arc and Forge Masters Toolkit. And that's where we're actually going to do interiors. We're going to do lighting. We're going to do furniture. We're going to do all kinds of great stuff in there, too. I'm excited to show you guys that one. Is the lieutenant on site for this encounter or just the hired minions? The lieutenant is very much on site. She's actually baiting the players into the fray, as it were. Josh, all right, thanks for swinging by, man. Have a great night. Glad to have you by, as always. Have a wonderful evening, Josh. Thanks for swinging by. Type more in God mode. Gotcha. Get that prep done, baby. All right, we'll look forward to seeing it. Thank you very much for coming by, dude. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Is this the building that we want, though? I kind of like that one. It's pretty straightforward. It's all top down, so we don't have to worry too much about it until we furnish it. The next one is a little bit more squared and shorter, so let's... that's not what I want. There we go. We could do something like this. And we got about 10 feet in between them. Here's what we're going to do. I'm going to move this one over a little bit because it is not quite close enough. There we go. This one we're just going to shorten a little bit. Okay. We'll move it in. All right, what else do we have? We have a main entrance, which is about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 squares, which is 25 feet wide. So we have a bit of a walkway or a throughfare here. So let's put our next building in. I think this one, maybe this one's a little bit more martial in nature, so it might be more stone. So we have something that will encompass that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This one's going to land somewhere around here. Let's do that. This is technically a, let's see, that's 4 by 5. And then what we've got, a 2 by 3. I'll show you what I'm going to do here. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're just going to build this building, so to speak. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Keep him on. So yeah, thanks. I'm sure they got me, Josh. They'll take care of it. They'll take care of it. They'll fill the void. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, so we're gonna move this guy just up a little bit more. We're gonna make him longer. Yeah, we're gonna make this guy longer. And then we're going to drop like a bridge type thing on there. Where was it? Where is it? Where are you? There we go. This is what I love about this tool is you can kind of make things into anything. You know what I mean? Like we're gonna raise this up. And just shrink it down slightly. There we go. This isn't really going to matter. I'll tell you why. Because when we bring it into the next tool, we're actually going to build an interior that's going to overlay onto this, so it won't really matter. What we do want to fix right now, though, is the sun shafts. So we don't want these long cascading shadows. We're going to shrink those down a little bit because when we get into a top-down map, we do want some shadows, of course, but we don't want them to really like consume the map. So there we go. Should be a little bit darker. Just to kick off. That's going to give us some nice workable shadow depth, so it's not cascading over the whole city, you know what I mean, and the play area for that matter. Good evening, Hawkmare. Welcome. Good to see you. How you doing today, my friend? Doing all right. Feeling good, I hope. If I was worried it was gonna nuke it as a link. Oh, did you share the? Oh, Mr. Hawkmare. Indeed. In the best, good evening, Mr. Hawkmare. Good evening, Mr. Hawkmare. Is that more Bond villain-esque, actually? I don't know. How are you guys feeling tonight otherwise? Doing well? Everybody feeling okay? Everybody feeling grand? Very nice. All right, so there's our second building. We're just kind of framing things out. And then we have a big old square, which is the diamond in the diamond. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we're going about 7 by 10 here. And this one's going to be a little bit more, I don't want to say stately, but it will this is an older establishment. Something like this might work, but nothing. But it still can't be like too crazy. What did we say it was? It was 10 by. What do you say it was? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 by 7 by 9? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 by 9. And how much space is here? Actually, this works out really well. About 4. Yep, that's perfect, actually. Exactly there is where we want this. All right, let's see. Let me back out of here. Just see how much space we're dealing with. I fear we've grossly underestimated. Oh no, that's right. This is actually a little bit smaller than I made it. So I think we made it way more than 9, didn't we? 1, 2, 6, 10, 11. Yeah, so we need to shrink this up a good bit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There we go. That's a bit better. That's a bit better. I was like, how am I out of room at the bottom of the map already? That can't be correct. There we go. And this should actually be... Let's just select all this. This should be in line with this as well. There we go. This gives us the room down here that we need for the... for that long building we see on the bottom. This one right here, which is kind of like a stables. So here's what we're going to do with that one. That's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 by 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're going 9 by 4 there. I think I already have an option for that, actually. Let's just see what we got here.
You say you trust me. You say you just need time to figure
Ooh, that could work. Oh, I think these are new. That's a nice one, actually. That'll do it. All right. What did I say? It was 4 by 9. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, a little bit bigger. And by 9, right? 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We need to drop 20 feet off of this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. A little bit more. There we go. Okay. So this now is the long building that we have down here. And there's 10 feet of throughfare. All right. Hey, that kind of lined up well, didn't it? How do you feel about that, guys? Does that look about right to you? Right now we have all this shady alleyway. I'm going to drop that opacity again because it's bugging me just a little bit. I don't really need it anymore. Yes. It did nuke the Discord link in Twitch. Yeah, I'll have to fix that, my friend. I think it's because I made a whole bunch of changes to some of my software to get these alerts to work. And in doing so, I think it might be shagging up my my commands. So I'll have to go back and look at that another time. Thank you for flagging it, my dude. I got you, baby. We got you hooked up. Don't forget to throw us a thumbs up, gang, if you haven't done so already on Facebook. Even if you just pop over, give it a little clickety-click. Say hello. Don't be shy. We have an amazing community filled with veteran and new D&Ders and interested parties alike. So we're here for you, my friends. That is correct. All right, let's continue to roll through this. What next? Okay, we got our buildings lined up. We want a stairway. I want a stairway here. Actually, I also need like a banner like this. So while I've got one here, we're gonna do it, and we're gonna just make it exactly like this. Look how perfect that is. Boom, done. Moving on. Stairs. Steers. Any of my steers? There we go. I think we want like wooden stairs though, don't we? Aha. Yes. There we go. Some stairs. And yeah, that'll do. Okay, good. So that's our little stairway here. We've got some stairs over here in the front too. We'll just kind of make that like so. I'm going to push it down. Oops. Well, let's bring this up actually. Yeah. Why not? What else have we got? Barrels and furnishings, things like that we'll do. We haven't quite gotten that to that yet. Let's do a set of stone stairs here. We had stone stairs here a minute. There we go. Where was that going? Right here. There we go. Just do it like this, and then we'll stretch them out. I got an idea. Here's how we're going to do this. I'm going to copy it. And we'll do it like so. And then we'll just raise those up. There we go. How's that? Does that look like they're kind of going upwards? I feel like these ones are too low now. There we go. How's that? That works, right? And then we need a little banner, like a canopy over here as well. Because if you have any ideas to dress the streets with, anything specifically, by all means, don't hesitate. You want to throw out some ideas, we can make this flexible. We can keep it open to creativity. Follow for a song. That's right, Sila. A little tradition here on Baz and Bigley. If you do follow the stream, I will sing to you a custom anthem. That's right. To herald your epicness wherever you are on the interwebs. If you follow the stream, you get a song. You'll be immortalized. Good, bad, or indifferent. You know, all three. I love that, Ampot. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Especially in these early stages, starting out on a new platform, you know. Be a shame if one of the PCs cast Fireball. Yeah, I wouldn't doubt it. We'll drop some of these in here. This is all good, too. Little set dressings. All part of the plan. All part of the fun, you know what I'm saying? Just since we're passing them. I'm not trying to furnish it just yet, but since we do have it, why not, right? I think this is going to be our banner here. We're going to raise it. There we go. Oh, that works. That works well, actually. I like that. Yeah. Okay. So, this is interesting now. I'm just trying to think ahead a little bit. Your mind just went to the Avatar cabbage cart meme. You'll have to share that with me. I don't know it. And if add in a few street signs and the occasional lantern, yes. Yep, absolutely. Sounds good. I think this is it for our buildings. I think we're good for the buildings here. Right here we do have like a little bit of an alcove, an alleyway here, and a roof that is a little bit different than the others. So let's see if we can. Yeah, here we go. This kind of works. That will do, actually. Yeah, that'll do. Nice. Lift it up. Up, 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 up. There we go. Yes. Yes. There we go. Nice, nice. Keep it nice. Perfect, perfect. Okay. All right. Let's save it because I don't want to be dumb. Who does? Sometimes it just happens. There you go. How about adding a well? Good call. Absolutely. Every time the group in the last Airbender went into a city, they end up destroying a cabbage merchant's cart, and he always yells, "My cabbages!" Is that what it sounded like? My cabbages! Oh no, my cabbages! Was it exactly like that? My cabbages! Probably not. Probably nothing like that at all, actually. Almost exactly, really? You are teasing me. You're teasing me. All right, let's see. What was the first call? Street signs from Skarshack. Street signs. Street signs. First of all, actually, before we get there, I forgot. I do have to do some... we do have to paint in this pathway through here. That's good. That's good. That's good. That's good. Just like that. Just kind of add in a little things here, like just to wear the roads a little bit. Right, that's all. Nothing too crazy. Just to show where some of the travel has gone. Dirty it up a little bit, give it some character there. Some travel in the back. Okay. Then what, you say? Well, I'll tell you what. It's this. We need to do... Remember, we go from the bottom layer to the top. So we got the ground now. We got to add some rocks and stuff. Right? Because it's not... there's going to be some rocks around. Just to dress things up here a little bit. Especially back here where it's more or less untraveled. Right? Now it's starting to look a little bit more lived in, right? Maybe some patches of grass. What have we got for that? Let's see. Maybe something like this might work. Whoops. Well, that's huge. That's huge. There we go. We can make some patches. Just little patchy grass. Especially where it's a little less traveled. There we go. Just kind of paint that around. All good. Super easy. Really nice. That's what I love about this thing, man. Give it some color there. Yes! Mud by the stables, indeed. Is that what we're calling these down here? Maybe stables? A little bit? Indeed. Elm, welcome. It is going well, my friend. Welcome to the stream. Glad to have you on board. How you doing today? This is Flowscape, is the name of the program, Polly. Yes, slightly trying to distract Bazzy. It's easily done, my friends. Easily done. Elm Knights have been slowly creating a homebrew 5e Magitech Borderlands campaign. Ooh, that sounds very cool. What kind of systems are you fusing together to make a Magitech scenario? Garbage pile at the back of the tavern. All right, all right, all right. Just add some sticks around here. Maybe that is what this is. I like your stables idea. Maybe that's what we'll just go ahead and make this into stables. Makes sense. Some sticks around there. And oh, here we have some like scraggly glass. What does this look like? Nothing. Cool. We do have hay and such, however. I think it's here, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. Actually, sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself. We don't want to furnish it just yet. Basically using 5e, but with some new mechanics to make it more Borderlands-esque. Ah, I gotcha. Are you homebrewing those mechanics as well, or are you pulling them from other resources? Just saw recently they're just producing bunkers and badasses. All right. What else do we need, like, on the ground, or is that about it? Are we feeling pretty good about where that's at right now? Oh, bunkers and badasses? That's funny. Noise. All right, we have the call for street signs. Can do. Let's figure out. I'm just going to scale these up just so we can get an idea of what we're dealing with here. There are. We can do some things like this, a little Marketo type thing here. Where would one find street signs? There's a banner. Some baskets. Okay, we got like some rubble, some rubbish here kind of thing. I thought we did have, I know we have like signs here. Let's see. Pots, buckets, baskets, lots of stuff. Man, you could sink so much time into this thing. It's crazy. But you don't have to, and that's the key. That's what I really like about it. Just a bed, a random bed. Oh, there's some hay. That'll be handy for the stables, won't it? What else? Oops, where were we? York. Is that a trough? It looks like a trough, doesn't it? I don't know, they're like benches. I thought for sure we had some signs here somewhere. I mean, we have things that we can turn into signs if we're so inclined, but I'm not exactly sure how well they'll translate on, like in top down, you know what I mean? Some things to mention are adding guns, gun types, and rules for guns, as well as the brand effects, which are very nice. Cool, cool. Also new subclasses for the setting, and you're building all that like with some influences. Is that the idea? Is there one Borderlands you're setting on? Ah, nice. Borderlands 3, different story, change in lore. That's cool, man. I love the innovation. Very innovative. The ingenuity is brilliant. All right, well, I'm sure we can do, though. I know we have a well here. We do have a couple of, well, we have torches. I'm sure, how did I do a well? I've done a well before. Yeah, I've done a well before. There we go. Might as well do this now. Why not? Maybe I did make it. Did I just make the well? Maybe I just... Oh, I think we're getting into signs here. Well, these are gravestones, actually, but we might just have to get creative. There we go. This could be a sign. Oh, here we go. There's one. Actually, that looks a lot like a sign, doesn't it? I feel like it just needs... Yeah, maybe something like this. There we go. There's your sign. How's that? Wells. Let's see. We might have to make our own well, which is still found. Ah, troughs. There we go. Sometimes you're just cruising around for things and you find it. Find what you're looking for, you know what I mean? Get these troughs down here. I'll do 1, 2, 3. Yeah, we'll just do that. There we go. Some scattered troughs. Horses got to eat and stuff, right? How did I do well last time? I think we did... Let me see. I think for wells I used this guy. Where are you? Where are you? There we go. Where do we want to do a well? Just outside the bar, you think? We do a well just out here outside the bar. How does that sound? Elm 1996 for the follow, and on the on the Baz and Big League channel, formerly Shambazzle Games channel, we have a tradition, you might say, and that tradition stipulates that every new follower, every new joiner to the Baz and Big League gets a song. So this one's for you. Elm, we welcome you on a Wednesday. We say, hey, baby, you are part of the crew, yeah. Welcome to the big leagues, Elm. We won't forget you, yeah. Welcome, Elm, to the big leagues. Thank you very much for the follow. You're part of an amazing group of tabletop gaming, video gaming enthusiasts, aficionados, and gurus, and most importantly, the best damn community the world over, made better by your presence here. Thank you, and welcome to the big leagues, baby. Yes. Welcome, Elm, everybody. Yes, you made the right choice today, Elm. Ooh. One of many, but one of a kind, yeah. There we go. Thank you and welcome, Elm. Appreciate you hanging out today. Welcome to the big leagues. It's the Bez and Bigly Big League now, isn't it? That's what we decided we're going with. Let's put our well right over here. How does that sound? Get that hype, baby. Yes, yes. Get that emote spam going. Show me confetti, baby. Silver hand. But like post-acting school. I played through Cyberpunk and I'm like, I love Keanu. I get excited to see him, but he's still a brutal actor, dude. Brutal. Even in a video game, they can't make him a better actor. Whoa. I'm a robot, kind of. I'm kind of a robot, but also not really. Hey, pay attention to me. Is that an oh well, indeed? What's my favorite class, not subclass? Elm. My favorite class, not subclass. This is tricky. Okay. My go-to is fighter. It's a little vanilla, I know. But there's so many things you can do with fighter. I like to mix it up. I don't like to just go straight fighter. I'll put it that way. But you did say fave class, not subclass. So I would think a close second to that is probably going to be... You know, the funny thing is, I'm going to say monk. I'm going to say rogue. Sorry, I'm going to say rogue. And the reason that's funny is because I've never played one. Oops. I've never played a rogue in 5e. I love rogue, but I've never played one. Because I'm deprived and I'm a forever DM. Well, I guess I've played one in the various NPCs who have rogue-like qualities. But I really like rogue. Barbarian's a great class too. Yeah, I like my fighters, but I like to jazz up a fighter, right? I made like a Death Knight build that I really liked. I got to play him for all of one session. Single tier. DM life, hashtag. Yeah, but I really like, I like rogue a lot too, and the many different ways that you can play a rogue too. I don't think I've ever played like just a straight class with the basic 5e subclasses. It's always got to be some kind of mix of something like rogue with fighter or cleric with fighter or something like that. Subclasses you got so far: one for cleric, bard, paladin, ranger, rogue, warlock, and wizard so far. That's a lot of work, man. You're doing work. Good for you. That sounds awesome. Yeah, I really like sorcerer as a class too. What would claptrap be classified as? You might have to explain it to my old man brain. The College of Dubstep. My subclass is the College of Dubstep. I love that. All the wub-wubs. That is funny. Wizard, yeah, you like Wizard, Skarshack? That's your jam? Nice, nice. Gadgeteer rogue sounds fun. Many rogues come prepared with a few items here and there. Gadgeteers are those that often have gadget for whatever task they're doing or have something to trap their enemies, allowing them to get the drop on them. I really like that. Spath, welcome back. I'm here and lurking for now because of class. It's boring. You're entertaining. Thank you. I'll take it. Much appreciated. Thank you, Spath. Hopefully class goes quickly for you, but we know that's important. I get the... Would you say that you're a studious? I get the sense that you're a pretty dedicated student. But I mean, class is boring. There are things I really enjoyed about college, and some classes I really loved, but man, you get those ones that's just like walking through like a wall of hot garbage. Molasses. Molasses is the word I was looking for. I don't know where hot garbage came from. Don't walk through a wall of hot garbage if you can avoid it. Claptrap is Warforged. Yes. It's awesome. I'd like to play a Warforged, actually. One community night will get you to play some pre-sequel. Yes, community game night is shaping up on Monday evenings. I'm really hoping to get in there. Ampod, I really like the options that you threw out there. Guys, do join us on Discord if you haven't already. I still have a lot of work to try and get the like our alerts and commands up here on Facebook too, but join us on Facebook or Discord. There's a lot of things going on there, and we do have community gaming nights coming in on Monday evening. I'm really excited about it. Vashu, my favorite character was the stout halfling bard druid who went with some weird options, like his druidic path was corrupted, so his wild shape couldn't let him turn into beasts. Instead of turning into evil creatures, intended to turn into a vine blight. Ew, gross. I feel like vine blights are like, you know, when you leave kale or cabbage or lettuce in the fridge for too long and it gets like slimy and gross. That's what I feel like blights are like. That's what they're made of, that gunk. Third level, you had a number of gadget points spent on gadgets. Cool. Refunded when the gadget's used. Handy. That's good. You don't find that too OP if they just keep getting their components back, or is it parts of components? You may spend a number of gadget points during a long rest to create a gadget or gadget. That's really neat, actually. I like that tinkerer approach. That's very cool. Dragonborn, welcome. Super cool chat entry message. What was the chat entry message that you got? Oh, for like chat rules on Team Purple? Won't share all the gadgets, but share your faves. Nice. Yeah, and I'll get that sorted out for you next time. I'm sorry about that. It's probably just because of the messing around I was doing with the Streamlabs before I went live tonight. Most likely, that is the culprit. See what we got going on here, baby. Yes. Let's do it. Are you guys having a good weekend so far? I hope it's treating you well. We're at hump day. It was a big day today. I hope everyone's feeling good. Coin Bomb uses the Incite Greed spell, but has a range of 20 feet, 6 rounds. Cool, cool. So there's a gold cost based on the power that you want to roll it with. Is that the idea? Fashu always thought of Swamp Thing when it came to Vine Blights. Ooh, that's a good one, too. That's more realistic. I was using, like, the gunk that old cabbage leaves in your fridge. Half jokingly. Nice. Those are your 2 favorite gadgets. Nice one. You put a lot of thought in that. I think that's cool. I love it. Yes, Ampod, and you threw out a couple of different game options that I thought were really cool too. I hope that comes around. We'll keep propping it up, and it'll grow. I'm pretty sure. We got to get that community gaming going because we like to play games together. We want to build more community around the channels and the content we produce too. I know that we're all really excited about that. So hopefully we'll see that continue to grow as we do too. Okay, let's get back to work here. We are building our we're building a well, and this is exactly what I did. Actually, I remember it now. Yeah, I remember it now. This is exactly what I did last time. So I did this, and then I just kind of made my own well. There we go. Lift this up. Just like so. What do you think? How's that? Will that cut it? Does it need anything else? Is there anything else to make this more well-like? I don't know. I think that should cut it, right? Let's not make it exactly perfectly squared. There we go. How about that? How about that? Maybe there is an errant barrel next to it. Yeah, just a little barrel there. Couple of plants to spruce things up. Right. Oh, there's an actual bucket. Perfect. So we can get rid of this one, actually. There All right. Let's save. Don't forget to save. Yes. Awesome. Sounds like a good idea. Forgive me. I'm not going to read all that text. I'm just way too lazy for that. But they sound pretty awesome. Woo. I can't scroll that much. You type fast, my dude. A well watcher. That will make it an amazing town. We can do anything. I'm going to just fix this up here because I want to also make this a little less. Oh, there we go. That actually kind of looks more street sign-y, doesn't it? Okay. All right. I think we're about ready to export this. I think this is pretty good. There's nothing really animated in this, so I'm not going to worry about that. Plus, by the time we play it, I won't have it on my regular table, which is a TV that plays these maps, so I'm not too worried about animation right now. I wish I had a good VTT solution that played animated maps, but we don't, so we won't worry about it too much. Here's what we are going to do, though. We're going to frame this up, right, like so. And then we're going to take a couple pictures. All right. All right, let's see here. Cheek, cheek. And go to the top. I can copy paste. That's the only way I can share subclasses app quickly. Yeah, I bet. Have an old man sitting sleeping by the well in an old chair. He may have a side quest to the party. We can work that out. We can work that out. That's funny. You guys are funny today. Oh my god. Where did my cursor go? There we go. All right. We're going to save this. Once more, just cuz. Let's head back to the bar. I will export this out. We'll fire up the second segment of the map making suite, which is the Arkenforge Masters Toolkit. And I'll show you how we can get in there, start to add some interiors, some furniture to this map, and make it something even greater than it is right now. Let's do it! Yes. Back to the bar, back to the bar, yeah! Now, interestingly enough, Elm, my follower thing didn't update, and it really should have. So let me see if I can get that corrected. I think that I have to have a particular program up in order to do that. Just this guy sitting watching the well. That's his job. No one gets paid in the no-name town. No, that's right. They got a major labor issue here in no-name town. That's exactly it. No one gets paid. The Well Watchers Union is asleep on the job. Any hockey fans out there tonight? Any of you guys watching the hockey game? The great Canadian pastime. What do you think? Any hockey fans? Not so much. That's not supposed to happen. I have a small problem. I can't fix that right now. because it is... Yeah, I can't do it, unfortunately. That really sucks. Okay. Another thing going in the fix later pile. It accidentally brought me out to my old raid screen. Which we will bring back eventually. I want to get into raids and things like that too. You watching the Leafs game now, Skarshack? Very nice. Yeah. Like yeets his body down the well after the coin. Sees a coin get dropped into the well, and he books it down there. Yeets himself down into the well after that precious, precious coin. There's too much Baz on your screens. No such thing, Anpot. Thanks for keeping us alive. Appreciate you, my man. All right. What were we doing? Here we go. Let me continue to get this sorted out. All right. So I'm exporting that the maps that we just did. And where did they go? Let me see if I can remember where they go. Do I remember where they went? Do I remember where they go? Who knows? I think it's Steam apps, common, get warmer. Yeah, there we go. Aha! I found it. I found it, I say. We're going to call this Hills for Ambush. While we're doing this, I'm going to go ahead and get my second part of my map making suite fired up. This is the Arkenforge Masters Toolkit. Really great utility as well. Great team. They're based out of Australia. Amazing group of talented devs working really hard on this. And they just do some amazing work. And this tool actually is kind of like a DM prep kitchen sink. So what they've done with this is it's a great map making and map serving utility, complete with animation support, audio, visual, like there's a soundboard, day-night cycles, really incredible resource. In addition to that, it allows you to keep your notes. You can pin things to the map. They're really building out like the full service DM tool set for it. So I'm a big proponent of this. They've been really good to me too, so I highly recommend them. Look up Arkenforge, the Masters Toolkit if you're so inclined. I'm going to show it to you here in just a moment. Guy dies. I guess there's an opening for Well Watcher. Yeah, job posted the next day. Wiggles back. How did the map creation go? Good. We're finished with the first half, and then we're going to bring it into the second stage right now, which is exactly what we're doing. I thought you were more entertaining anyway. Well, I'm glad to hear. I try to keep things entertained. We just want to grow. You know, I just want to bring more people into this. I feel like we have a really good time here. I just want more people to know about us. You know what I mean? I feel like I always say this about streaming. You have to get on. You have to do it for yourself, for the fun of the people who show up for you, like we do. We have an amazing community here. I just want to share it with more people, and that's why we're in a few different places now, because I want to reach out. You know, I just want more people to come and hang out and join with us and enjoy this with us. And I know we'll get there. For as long as I've been doing this, and I've had like, you know, ebbs and flows. A lot of you guys have been here. I've had like feast or famine, right? I'll either have 110 people in chat or I'll have 10 people in chat. And you know me, you know it's never really about the numbers. It's more about like, I just feel like if people experience what we experience here, that they would really enjoy it. And I think we'd all learn a lot from each other. So that's all. I just wanted to share that. But I'm happy. I'm happy if anyone shows the interest of coming in and hanging out and just having a good time with us. That's all. I love it. Your sister's team isn't playing as you're not hearing the yelling from 2 floors down. That's why I've got like Bigley downstairs and she's watching the game right now. And every now and then I will hear certain expletives that I usually only hear when we're playing video games, which you can see tomorrow night right here on Baz and Bigley, of course. So we do Wednesday night, Thursday night, and then we do Friday morning, Saturday morning. So lots of good stuff going on. And then I have to keep, well, there's a lot of work that I have to do here on the Facebook side of things too. So, but it's all good, baby. It's all good. Elm, you're taking off later. Yes, got to get ready for your own game in 2 hours as a player. We'll have a great game. I'm excited for you to roll some dice. Thank you for coming by, Elm. Thank you very much for your follow. I hope we'll see you again real soon. Have a great rest of your week. Happy gaming. And may the die roll all naturals. 20s or 1s, doesn't matter. Just all natural. Let's get into part 2 of the map making suite. This is how we do it. All right, so this is the Master's Toolkit. I just want to make sure that's showing the right thing. I believe it is. Okay. We're going to go into Cartographer. I'm not sure if I remember. Oh, there is something that I forgot to do, actually. Give me 1 second. I got to figure out. Because I actually haven't done this in a while, I got to try to remember where all of the libraries are so that everything talks to one another. Here we go. I got you. I got you, boo. Yeah, this is the one. Hillsfar Ambush 1 and 2. That's what we're looking for. So what we're going to do, very simply, we're going to create a new map. We're going to call it Hillsfar Ambush. Okay. We're going to pop into this. All right. There it is. Here's our map. So all we do here, first we're going to turn on the grid because we need that guidance. And then we're going to zoom out. Now, the map that we have was 28 by 28. So the first thing I'm going to do here is just paint. I'm just creating a guide for myself. So I'm going to pick like gross green. We're going to make this 28 because that was the size of our map. This is just the guide. So this doesn't really count for anything. And then we're going to import media. That is... here we go. Arc and Forge. Data. Maps. Hillsfire Ambush 1 and 2. We're going to do them one at a time. So we'll bring in 1. Actually, I think... Yeah, we'll bring in 1. Okay, so that's going to load. We'll just expand it. Line it up here. There it is. It's about that. And I think, isn't there? Yes, I think it's... I forget what is like the... I'm just trying to line it up to the grid. It doesn't have to be like exactly perfect. It just needs to be grid sized. So it's more important that we flush the grid, like the map to the grid as best we can. There we go. I think that's pretty good, actually. All right, so then we can get rid of this. We're going to take this. We're going to do a couple of things. We want to... Actually, shit. You know what? I forgot something. Oh, I'm a little bit rusty. Okay, let's see how this goes. I think I was supposed to line it up with the second half of the map before I sized it. But We'll see. Community is key during COVID-Con. Absolutely, exactly, Scarjack. We're all in it together, right? And if we can keep each other entertained and just having a good time for as long as we can, then I got to think we're winning on some level, right? All right, so here comes Hellsfire Ambush Part 2. I hope I can line this up properly. This is why, yeah, I meant to just line up the map before I enlarged it, because it's far easier. Actually, I think we did okay there. It's far easier to line it up when they come in their default size, so they haven't been resized. But I think we did okay here, actually. No, I think we're good. I think we're good here. So here's what I usually do. I will let's drop the opacity a little bit so we make this a little bit see-through, and then that makes it easy for us to see if we're lined up here. Yeah, like it's just off. That's why it's a little blurry, right? And that's because of the sizing. That's because I didn't size it before I did this. So because I have to be like a goddamn insufferable perfectionist about this. There we go. God, it's gonna drive me crazy. I'm irritating myself because I'm so crazy about lining this up perfectly. Okay. You know what, let's just do this for now for the sake of that. It's okay. It's perfectly good. Let me do this. Right? I mean, that's fine, isn't it? There's no one's gonna pick this apart on me because there might be like a seam somewhere. I think we're actually okay. Will you guys forgive me if I haven't perfectly lined this up? But there's our map. So now we're ready to... Oh, fuck. I've got to fix this. I'm sorry. I have to. I'm sorry. I can't. I can't do it. I can't allow it. I can't allow it. Okay. I want a do-over. I want a do-over. Here's what we're gonna do. We're in an undue shitacane right now. Whatever. Whatever. Okay. Start over. It's a brand new start. Here we go. We're going 28. All right. We're going to import. Okay. And we're going to... Now we're just going to import the second one right on top of it. This is what I should have done the first time. We're going to come in here. I'm going to grab this. And then we're just going to move it down. Yeah, this is what I should have done the first time. We'll change the opacity so that we can line it up properly. There we go. Right there, I think it is, isn't it? Yeah, it's right there. Okay. All right. That's it. Okay. So now we're going to change this back to 100. And then we're going to attach it to this one. We'll lock these together. Oops, we'll group these. All right, now it's grouped. So now it's one piece. Now we can do what we were meant to do from the start, I say. And line it up right proper like. Right proper like there. That's fucking gorgeous. Now that's a fucking gorgeous map, I'll tell you. There we go. Alright. Okay. I feel better. Don't you? There you go. Saw nothing. Yes, redo. I need a redo. Who says a town is perfect square anyway? I know. Only in Shams, like, only in Basil's OCD town. OCDville is the town always have to be exactly perfect all the time. I think we're due for a slight change in music. Let's do it. Yeah. Ooh, yeah. Okay. So now here's what we're going to do. This is a little trick that I learned just in the process of doing this over and over and over again. I've made so many maps. So many maps. We want to have a version of this as like the outside, which means we're going to need to have these the roofs and things for when people are outside. How do I want to do that? So there's probably a better way to do this. I'm trying to make it easy. So what we'll do is we're going to duplicate this. So we're going to copy it. How do I do this? Let me see. Copy it. And we're going to paste it. Yes. Okay, good. That works. We're going to put this over the top. I don't care as much if this one is perfect, but I lied. I do. So we're going to do this again. We're going to go through this exercise. All right, that'll do. That's fine. Because we're only really going to see this if when the players are kind of going in and out outside, we'll say. So yeah, so we want this to be the topmost level. Let's say there's never going to be more than 4 levels. So we're going to go to like level 4 here. We want to send this up a level. Right now it's on ground, which is 0, right? So we're going to send it up a level to level 4. Okay. So now what we have here is a version of the map that is full, complete, and on level 4. So this is outdoors, we'll say, right? Then we go back down to 1, which is this. So we have this tile. We're going to lock this. Actually, sorry, we're going to send it to the terrain level. So this is going to basically put it down on the ground, put the grid above it, and anything else that goes with it. Frick, you know what I did? I saved this thing with a grid on it. That's a big you're an idiot move. So that's okay though. We'll just skip it for now. Just pretend there's no grid on this, because I didn't realize that I had the grid still up in the other part of the map where I saved it. So I saved the grid superimposed on the map. We don't want this. We want a gridless map because we want Arcane Forge Master's toolkit to handle the grid, because that's how we're going to line up all of our furniture and stuff like that. But not a big deal. I'll fix it later. But for today, we'll just continue along here. So let's go back to our reference. Here we go. So there's nothing really crazy about the first building. It looks like there's a little like trapdoor kind of thing in there. Let's just go ahead and make it, because I just want to show you guys really how this type of thing works. Stairways that go in here. First thing we're going to do is we're going to ignore the roof, because we're effectively going to paint over that. So let's make the walls first. So we go from the ground up. Usually we want to start with the floor, but because the floor will react to the walls in this tool, we want to actually make the walls first. We've moved this down to the terrain layer. There we go. Now we have, I'm going to lock it. Whenever we complete a piece in this tool, I want to lock it down so that I don't inadvertently move it around or anything. So let's just focus on making this building first of all here. Just like a dollhouse, take the roof off and play with the middle. Exactly, actually, Ampot. That's not far from the truth at all. That's exactly the feel that we want to go for here, right? So let's get some walls going. These are probably going to be wooden walls. Let's go take a look here. See what we got. Walls, modular walls, sure. Dungeons, not really. We want wood, right? Structures, no. Dungeons of Pain, that's weird. Oh, that's weird. I was in modular, not walls, that's why, okay. Wood, so we have a whole bunch of wooden walls that we can choose from here. Let's just go with something pretty straightforward and easy. Like this guy's pretty good. Let's try repeatable placements. I don't know. Each one is a square. So we probably want about a half a square here. Or at least it was. I like this approach to the walls, actually. I'm not sure I love those walls, though. I'm not sure I love how those are playing out. Let me think for a second here. Freeform, polygon, circle. Is it tiled that I'm looking for, maybe? Yeah, I think it's... Is it tiled that I want? Let's try it. Oh, no. No, that's not... That's not what I want. Object placement? No, it's not. Okay, it's definitely tile placement that we want. Oh, and there's freeform. Okay. All right, I got it. So what I think we want is, can we do polygon? Yeah, okay. That's better. Let's do polygon placement and just see how this works for us. Because then I should be able to curl this around. It's a little bit better. Oh, whoops. Or not. Okay, we're going to do line placement. Okay, I think this is what we were meant to do. Thank you guys for being patient with me. Okay. I see. So it's going to anchor to the end of the... Yeah, it's going to anchor to the end of the block. That's why. That was why it was a little bit funky. bring this in so it's flush. Whew, I haven't used this tool in a long time, and so I am rusty. But that's okay. We do it like we mean to. All right, so there's our wall. Now we're going to need a door. We're going to need a door, so let's find us a door. Let's just search for door. All content. Well, we did have a cellar door, so we can use that. Might as well just build that in. Right? I find that the assets are a little bit like cartoony, so what I'll do is just adjust this a little bit. I'll add some opacity so it blends in a little bit. I will darken it slightly, and I will reduce the saturation just so it mutes it a little bit. Sometimes I'll play around with the hue just to make it look a little more tired so it blends in just slightly. And then what I'll usually do is just add a little bit of shadow underneath this. It makes it kind of nice. But actually, before we do any of that, I'm going to delete it because we're going to put a floor down in here. I realized, I was like, this roof kind of works as a floor, but it's going to look really janky when we actually put the roofs back on the buildings, right? So we can't just leave the roof texture as the floor texture and call it a win. No, we have to do the work, I say. So first of all, let's get a door on this thing. Let's get a door on this building, because I don't think it's the kind of place where they will just leave the door open. Yeah. Don't leave the door open, never know who's outside. Adventurers come and take your loot. Yeah. Better lock those doors. Adventurers come inside. They don't wipe their feet or sheathe their blades. They take what you got, they run and hide. All right, there we go. Drop that. All right, we'll do this. A door only needs to be about 5 feet, right? So that will cover the wall. Just make it a little bit bigger. I feel like there's also a way to make it darken it again. Change the opacity just slightly. I feel like there's a way to make it to stretch it, but I don't remember how to do it. So I'm going to have to play around a little bit off stream and just get the hang of it a bit more. I'm going to have to get practiced with this utility again. I used to be so fast with this. Like, I'd have all these buildings done by now, but I got to shake the cobwebs out. Got to get back to where I was. It's only Strahd outside, nothing to worry about. That's right. When the vampy boys come and knocking, yeah. I don't know if the notes were... There were many notes there. Not all of them were planned. Oil the gears. Oil the gears of the door. All right, we're going to grab all this stuff. We're going to group these as the wall. And then we're going to lock them so we don't accidentally drag them around. Okay? And now we're going to lay some floor down. So let's talk floor. I think we want some like tiles in here. Nothing too crazy. Cave floor, no. Just some like basic tile. What do you think? Something like this. Brush placement. Nope. is this still not on the terrain layer? Why is it not on the terrain layer? Weird. Okay. We can use this. We can use. I don't know. What do you think? We'll use this flooring, or use something else. Is there anything else that's kind of like broken? Oh, we could just use wood. So many options here. Let's use this. Yeah, let's use this wood here. That works. Red tile will go brush. So now I should be able to just paint this in, and it'll drop down, right? It'll drop down below the walls. So that's why we have layers, and that's why we have the map itself on the terrain layer, because we want to tell the program that the map itself should be the bottom, even below the bottom. And then we can paint all this stuff over, and when I release the button, it'll drop it down, but it'll keep the walls over the top. It's very intuitive like that, but it keeps creating the pattern. Bloop, just like that. Isn't that great? I love it. We're gonna merge all this though. Oops. We're gonna merge all this, and we're going to lock that as well. All right. But I am also going to darken it, because I don't want this to, this just could be like a darkened oak kind of thing. Play with the saturation, make it like more birch-like almost. I think that kind of works, yeah? Even change the opacity if we wanted to show like some of that tile work coming through, but we don't need to do that. We can change the color of the floor. But otherwise, that's it. It's done. Let's do the trapdoor. I think that might be 2 words. Oh, this will do, actually. Yep, sure. Shrink that down just slightly. Of course, my players will be the type to explore this building, find this trapdoor, and be like, ooh, trapdoor. I'm like, shit. Now I got to come up with some crap off the top of my head that exists down here. So be it. That's part of the fun, right? The opacity, I find, just lets things blend a little bit more. So there we go. So there's the interior of our first building. Complete. Nothing really to worry about there. It's pretty straightforward. When I want to polish this, what I'll do is I'll just pick a color, and we're just going to add some shadow. So what that looks like is we just take the black palette, make a brush placement, make it a bit smaller, and then I'll just do like this. We just kind of casually draw around the edges. That was a little bit janky, but point being, then we just change the opacity rather, so it looks a little bit more like a shadow. And that just gives it a little bit of depth. My circle sucks, but you get the idea. So that's polish that we go through and do after. Those are kind of like the little fine-tuning things. All right, then the rest won't be quite as painful. Or your vote is for the lava. Make the floor lava. Indeed. The floor is lava. And why not, I say. All right, let's check our reference. In here, again, just a plain old entry, plain building. We have an entry here outside. This one might be a little bit more stonework, so let's do what we did before. We'll start with walls. Actually, you know what? Let's use the browser, because I think then we can filter it down to stone. Cobblestone walls. Yeah, let's do cobblestone walls. Sure. Okay. Repeatable. That's way too large. See, that's what that was weird. I thought it was, yeah, it should be about half. So we want about half a square. We want about half a square. All right, half a square. We do want a door here. So that's structure. Doors, here we go. Stone door. Interesting. There's a left side door and a right side door. Let's see what that gets us. There we go. That's pretty cool, actually. That's neat. Nice. We're going to select all this. We're going to group it. We're going to lock it. And then the floor in here, I think, has to be like tiles and stone, right? You were so bored. Not now, though. Nice. What class was it, Speth, that you were in, that you were stuck in? There's a bone floor option that looked like the Sarlacc pit. We could go with that. Yeah, just randomly, there's this like flesh writhing death pit in one of these houses, just totally randomly. Fancy double French doors. Yes, stone French doors. Rally the troops. Time for some D&D. Dungeons and or Dragons, indeed. Yeah, well, you made it through. You made it through, Steph. It's a repeat tech English class. Tech English class. What, you know, I would ask you what does it cover because I'm genuinely interested, but I know, like you just said, it's pretty boring, so I won't force you to relive it. I just realized I was going to ask you about it, and then I was like, oh, you just like said you were kind of bored of it and happy to be out of it, so I won't send you back down that path. But you're here now, and it's done. School's out for the summer, or at least for tonight. Writing like, oh, I see. Yeah, I got you. Yeah, English tech, now I remember it well. I had a similar path in PR when I was studying communications. Like technical writing. Yeah, I got you. Oh, God. Oh, God. Easily one of my worst, too. Not because, like, I'm a good writer. It was so hard for me to slog through. If a game of 45 minutes, that's good news. That's good news. That'll be fun. We'll be wrapping up around then anyway, so stay as long as you like. And we got you. The Blevins, you're the best. You're the best, Blevins. You are the best, Blevins. The real, the only, the original, the only Blevins that matters. Welcome, Blevins. How's it going? How you doing? We're continuing on through, just continuing to make this map. So we're just doing some building interiors. We have 5 buildings to do. We just finished one of them. They're pretty basic. There's nothing really crazy in here, not yet anyway. So I'm good, thanks. Any day I'm prepping D&D is a good day, I think. So yeah, having a good time for sure. All right, next up we want to get some floors in here. So, and I think we said we're going to do some stone floor in this one, right? Stone tile. This could work, actually. This looks pretty good. We're always going to go for brush placement tiled. And we'll do, actually, I can do a larger brush. just to get through this a little bit quicker, but this will come out nicely, I think. So I painted in just like you would if you're painting a room. We're going to do our edges here. And when I let go of it, it will flatten down to the terrain, and all the things that you see painted over the walls will fall behind the wall. So we do this, we do this. I probably could have picked a larger brush. That's okay though. And it just procedurally generates the tiles and stitches it all together. Look how crazy that is. Like, I could do this in Photoshop. It would take me hours. I could do it, but it would take me hours, literal hours, just to do that and stitch all that together. Drop it behind the wall. There we go. We're going to probably darken this a little bit, I think, because I want it to stand out from the walls a bit more. Plus, it is a dark interior, so that makes sense to me. Drop the saturation, make it look a little bit more worn, and we'll change the opacity. I want to see... Yeah, there you go. We'll just change the opacity just a little bit. There we go. Let's lock it because we don't want to inadvertently move it. So we've got 2 buildings there. It's looking almost like Clue. You guys remember Clue, the board game? Scotchak, you're playing. Oh, and you stream it as well. Nice, nice. You play an Aasimar druid named Ari. That's cool. An Aasimar druid. Very nice. Why is this feature not available in real life? Wouldn't this make renovations much easier? Level 5 in homebrew campaign. I was saying that I love like the level 5 to level 8 area rather, because your characters have tools that they can use. They have tools that they can use that let you throw more interesting things at them. Blevins, thank you very much for liking the stream. Appreciate you, man. Thank you kindly. Thank you kindly. Welcome, everybody. By the way, if you're new to the channel, please do throw us a thumbs up, throw us a like, follow the channel. Be a great help if you could do so. We're still trying to grow over here on the Book of Faces, and we much appreciate you hanging out. We've got the Twitch crew here in full force. Everyone from around the world collected in one convenient location, and I love that. Thank you very much for the host, Beth. Appreciate it. Thank you, thank you. Helping us get the word out. Very awesome. She's a protector Aasimar druid. She was built to be a backup healer. Oh, okay. She a little tanky too. Thanks, Blevins. Very nice. On all the platforms, all the channels. Yeah, you goofed up once and had 2 murderers in Clue. That sounds like chaos. And why not, I say. That just sounds like fun. Made it a little more interesting. All right, now we're going to do the bar. So this is the diamond in the dung. That's this one here. We have a little bit of an interesting interior. Now, Chris, we can do whatever we want with his interiors. I do want to make it look a little bit more bar-like, because you never know. They might go into these places. They might drag enemies or take one hostage and bring them into any of these places. So we're going to make sure that we have that availability. Let's do, just to play with things and get some practice, let's do something a little bit more interesting with this interior. So there is a little broken off section here. Let's make it a second floor, like a second floor storage area, let's say. So the first thing we're going to need, of course, are some walls. And we're going to do wood here. All right, so let's get some wood. That's brick. That's not what we want. Let's find some wood walls that are a little bit different. See how this goes for us. Tear this. All right. Why is it? Oh, it's like that. Okay. Okay, that's really good actually. Well, where did that happen? I don't know why it's doing that. I think these are walls that are part of a set, maybe. I don't understand how this wall is working. So I get it. These are. No. I have no idea how these work. So we're not going to use them. Because that is broke. I screwed that up. Let's see. I do have one that's pretty tried and true that I can fall back on. How's this? Some of these assets are just really created completely differently. So that's why they get a little bit funky. It takes a little bit of trial and error. Okay, that one can work. I like that one. Don't really like any of those. Let's try another approach. This will give us all the options of everything that's tagged wall, so. Too many options, I say. Let's try wood wall. The search function's actually pretty good. Yeah, she's tanky too. Nice, nice. She's romping in her direwolf form. Direwolf is named Ruffles. You guys are level 5? Craziness. The cheapest EDD. Oh, the channel points. Yeah, I'm gonna have to rebuild all that stuff for the new platforms too. I'm in the process of writing a Icewind Dale campaign with the hopes that eventually I'll play it or run it rather. Who am I kidding? I'm not gonna play D&D. I will only run D&D. Such is my lot in life. Okay, executive decision time. It's gonna be a brick wall because I'm tired of this shit. All right, let's make this one. There we go. Fuck. All right. Oh my. There we go. Nope. Oh, I got concentration phase. Hold up. I'm coming for you. I'm coming for you, Chad. I see you scrolling. I see you scrolling the comments. Bardon, baby, the life of the forever DM, indeed. But I welcome it. You know, I love to run games. I love to write. I love to create, so it suits me. I joke. It's not that bad. I love it actually. Can Bard on indeed, Ampod. Absolutely. Just give you the Icewind Dale campaign when I'm done writing it. Run it for you to play with your own modifications. I'll run it. I'll run it happily. Happily. We're gonna move this up until it's on the top. There we go. I don't love how these walls turned out. Actually, I don't like it at all. Getting rid of that shit. Garbage. Let's try something a little different. Yeah, sometimes it can take a lot of messing around with. That's better. And I'm pretty sure there's a better way to do this. I just, like I said, I'm a little bit rusty with this program, so I'm kind of just brute forcing it into doing what I want it to do. Oh my God. There we go. Thank you. I at least remembered how to snap it to the grid. That does work the way that okay, that's cool. I didn't realize that changing the scale like that would actually snap it. So I actually want to shrink this. I didn't realize it would do that. That's great. That's great. Very happy about it. Same thing here. We're going to shrink this down a little bit. Okay. I thought it would actually scale it by ratio. Okay, that's so much easier. I thought it would scale it by ratio rather than extend it the way that it is, so I didn't think it was going to do that. So that's nice. That's a pleasant surprise. A happy little accident, you might say. Welcome to ASMR map making on Baz and Bigley. I hope your Wednesday night's going well. I hope some of you are planning to play Dungeons and or Dragons, maybe both. And then you hear Steph screaming at the television at hockey in the background. Oh my. Oh my God. Hushing my vibe. Yeah. 'Cause this is how we do. There you go. This modification made me laugh as it puts one pair of glasses on. That's hilarious, Ampon. How are you even doing that? That's funny. Basil will just have to run a DM PC during future adventures. Yeah. I'll give my guy all the loot. Yeah. Yeah, I got to make more community games available, man. That's the key. I think that's the way forward. Isn't that always the way? I don't. This should not have taken me that long to line up those walls, though. I'm a little bit annoyed by that. That's okay, though. I get over it. Get over it. Okay. How's that? Okay. So we have this little area here. We have a small partition in it. We want to do double doors. We're going to do a door in the back and a door in the front here. But first, we're going to do some floors. So let's get that out of the way. I think this will be wood as well. Let's do wood floor. Oh, this happens to be a nice floor. Thank God. Oh, come on now. What are you doing? Tiled placement. That's what I wanted. Whoops. Yeah, and a brush. Okay. All right. It was on me. It was my bad. Ooh. I hope that didn't clip out of the wall. Not very steady. This will give you a preview of what my COD skills are like right here. Ah, crap. You know what? That was dumb anyway. I'm going to make the brush much bigger. There we go. Because I don't want to be here all night. I mean, I would be here all night, but I do have other things to do. So I can't be here all night. You know what I'm saying? Otherwise, I would happily be here all night and hang out with y'all. Doing the Dungeons and Dragons. There we go. Brush it all in and drop it like it's hot. Okay. We're going to darken that a bit. Make it a little bit more broken looking too. Perfect. Lock it up. Let's get some doors in this beach. The options are flip horizontal, flip vertical, grayscale, think hand, and the glasses. Oh, really? You can do that. Nice, nice. You aren't Josh and do not need sleep. Yeah, tell me about it, man. That guy does not sleep. That guy doesn't sleep for days at a time. I'm always just like, man, if I could go through it and not have to sleep, oh, the things I would do. You know? All right, let's find some doors. Stone door. See what we got. Do you feel lucky, punk? Do you? Nope, apparently not. So let's go back down here and find doors again, which were on structure, I think it was. Were they structure? Nope. Structures. Doors. Here we go. Doors. All right. One square door. All right. Let's do this. Okay. And we'll do 2 more. Oops. Get rid of this one. And we'll do 2 in the back here. Right. Just like so. You know, that's my problem. I do this in Photoshop too. I just get lazy and I don't zoom in enough so that I can actually just make the adjustments that I need properly. There we go. We got a couple of doors now, and let's do a an open door here. Just a simple swinging door. That leads in here. Actually, you know what? I'm going to turn this out this way. Actually, let's do it like this. Push that down a layer then, I wonder. Yeah, there we go. There we go. So then that's kind of opened. And let's do stairs. And I'm kind of hoping for spiral stairs, but not like crazy spiral stairs. There we go. Something like this. No. How's that? I think it'd be like that, wouldn't it? Those stairs are going down, aren't they? Just occurred to me. Are those stairs look like they're going down, don't they? Not up. Or do they look like they're going up? No, they look like they're going up. I think lighter means they're going up, right? I've been looking at this for too long. Yeah, closer to the light, right? It means they're going up, yeah. So that's going upstairs. All right, cool. Actually, no, those should be on the top level. No, it just clicked for me. Hold up. Okay, I'm just gonna put myself out of my own misery here. We're gonna do this. There we go. There you go. Just some stairs that go up. Simple. think that'll do it. There we go. Yeah. Okay. I feel good about that. We're going to leave it at that. We're at that point in the night, yes, where I'm just like, you know what? Screw it. We're just going to make them some bunk-ass stairs. I might change the shading a little bit just to blend those in a little bit more. So let's make them brighter so they're more wood-like. Okay. So that's going to go upstairs up to the next level, and then we'll make a second level up there for those. And that's really it. We can add some furnishings, we can add some tables and things like that, but I'm not really going to mess around with that. Honestly, this is not really going to come into play unless they actually go in there, and most of the action is going to take place outside in the combat. I honestly don't think they're even going to go in there, but we'll continue to go around. We'll continue to make some walls here, continue to flesh out these buildings. But we are definitely going to save that one for the night. All right. And there are the makings. We have one more building to do. These are the stables. I'm probably not going to flesh those out as a... why would they go into buildings with lava floors? Obviously, right? It just doesn't make any sense, does it? So we're going to just finish up this last building here. Let's see. All right, so it has a banner, a spiral staircase, pretty straightforward. We're going to make this mostly a stone building. We might do a couple of windows. Let's see how we feel, but first of all, let's do some walls again. Yeah, we'll do stone here. Castle wall will work. Tiled placement. We're going with a brush. Oh, no, sir. We're going with repeatable placement. And we want probably a half width. Part of the problem I'm running into is that whole situation I created where I added the grid to the image rather than using the grid from Arkenforge, which means unfortunately that sorry, can't complete my thoughts. Unfortunately, that means that we can't snap things as we're laying them down like this, which is giving us a little bit of that problem that we have. So, oops, I forgot to link all this. So we're going to link these. We're going to add these doors. We're going to link these walls. Crap on it. There we go. Merge this, lock it. Let's see. We're going to darken these guys for sure. Make it a little more opaque. Do here color-wise, nothing really, it looks like. Okay, so we'll leave that. Let's get some flooring in here. Right! They wanted the in-ground heat, but took it too far. Every bathtub is a hot spring. There are benefits to having the lava bees floor, right? Sometimes. That makes sense. Makes perfect sense to me. Floor. Stone tile. Oh, let's just do this like... It's kind of this marbly... Kind of this marble type of deal. That's what I'm looking for. Yeah, it's kind of like sandstone then, right? There we go. Okay, okay. Oh, I guess we got to put some doors in here, don't we? Is there a gate? Yeah, there are gates. Here we go. There we go. What else do we have here? I think that is it. We might do like maybe a ladder here that goes up to the top. Call this like an old military installment type thing. Definitely need to blend this in more. It looks way too cartoony. How's that? There we go. Heads up to the second floor. And that effectively is it, actually. I feel like this is a little bit too bright. Let's change that. There we go. All right, there we go. Now, if we go up to the 4th level, it should put our covers back on. That's awesome. So now when we're outside, when they go into the buildings, we can pop them back down. Oops. Pop them back down to the main level. We could do a basement. We could do 2 lower levels, 3 lower levels. This is the main level. We do want to do a second level where we're going to build on things like these little roof top areas. So for example, I want to do, let's see. Right. So here's what we're going to do. I want to grab all of this. I'm going to copy it. We're going to go to the 2nd floor and I'm going to paste it. Right. We're going to line that up. So this effectively now becomes our 2nd level. And we have floor. Yeah, like if we wanted to, we could build rooms up here, like tavern rooms, inn rooms, things like that. Yeah, lots of cool things we can do here with different layers and levels and such. A secret tunnel between two of the buildings might be cool. The only thing is this is really an encounter map, and I'm at risk of turning it into a dungeon map. Do you guys want to see something cool, though? Something I'm pretty proud of? I started building Karazhan. Do you guys know Karazhan from World of Warcraft? Medivh's magical tower that sort of exists between two realms. Anybody know World of Warcraft? So I'm going to save this one. But yeah, I'm happy with that. Like, that's actually a lot more attention and time that I would put into like a standard combat encounter. But yeah, there you have it. So fun times. I'm looking forward to this encounter. We can then port this into Roll20 or whatever we're working in, and we can create that type of experience, create these robust lived-in encounters that really make those fights feel a little bit more honest and immersive. One of the things, one of my favorite maps I was working on, I'm sure it's here. Yes, this is Karazhan. Let me load this one up here for you. So Karazhan is a huge, like, 13-floor raid dungeon in World of Warcraft. And this is what I built for Karazhan. So this will give you an example of like how those tiers work and how those levels work. I don't think I got to the second floor yet. Okay, so this is the exterior. This is the lead in. This is like a massive, tall, leaning tower with a whole bunch of different components. When you come in, this is the grand hall. To the left here, this is the livery stables. So this is where all the horses are kept. Their cavalry and things like that. It's all desecrated, centuries old, and deeply haunted. Through here, this was the servants' quarters that led down in the basement. And when you go down here, it opens up the basement. So that's really cool. Like, this is a really fun build so far. And I'm just scratching the surface on that, but I'm pretty proud of it. I think it's a pretty cool build. Yeah, and this kind of broken under, like the foundation underneath the tower. Yeah, and there are like 13 levels of this dungeon, so I'd love to wrap this up. And just like, this could be a massive dungeon delve. This could be like half dozen sessions easy. So that's Karazhan. What else have I built in here? Actually, now we're on it. There's a Cragmaw hideout from Lost Mines of Phandelver. You guys know that one? So I built the Cragmaw hideout here. This is animated, actually. So we have like breeze blowing through the trees. We have some torches. You guys remember this? You guys have played through Lost Mines of Phandelver, I take it, right? So you come in through here, you have like where the wolf pen is. This is where Yenix's hovel is, like all the... It's still rendering animations. This is where the waterfall is, where they release the water. This is Clark's throne room. I forgot I had this in here, actually. That's pretty crazy. Lost Mines of Flappadoodle. What's up, Reagan? Hello. I love Lost Mines of Phandelver. That's such a great campaign. I do. I enjoy it a lot. Hillsfar Sewers. This is where my party is right now. You're about to before your DM and his wife split. Eee. That'll end a campaign pretty quick. Here's the Hillsfar Sewers. All these animations just take a minute to render. So if we were playing in person, I would be serving this on my tabletop, like on my flat screen on the table. And we actually have minis on the map. And all these animations come through in the sounds and everything as well. Oh, in-person games. This is one area of the map. And then it goes into the Were-Rat Lair, which is just above that. Actually, I think that should be in here, shouldn't it? Hold on. Oh, yeah, it is in here. So this links up into here. And there's a big battle here with the Were-Rats. This is a fun dungeon delve. They're about halfway through it right now. And that's only like essentially 2 rooms. So great map. Thank you, Scarshek. Yeah, thank you. I like those ones. Lost Mines was the first 5e adventure you ever DM'd, Reagan? Did you finish it? Did you play it right through? Here's the first map I created for Icewind Dale. This encompasses kind of the first scene. I won't tell you what's going on here because eventually I will run it and play it. I thought this was it was fun to work in these like Nordic frozen settings. Very neat. I'm gonna play that campaign one day, and it's freaking awesome. I don't mind saying, like, I don't pat myself on the back enough for my own work sometimes, but this one I'm already really proud of some of the hooks in this one. It's gonna be sick. Lost Mines of Fandelver, iconic encounter right here where they find the horses. Spoiler alert. On the road. Built that in here. This is the Goblin Arrows encounter. I love this tool, man. I just love making maps. It's so chill to me. Oh, and this is Phandalin. This is a scale map of Phandalin City. Oh, I guess I was still stitching this one together when I stopped last. There's Phandalin. What I love about this is we can change the time of day, and look how it affects the map. Midday, heading into dusk, into nighttime. Isn't that sick? This program is nuts, man. Insane. This would look a lot cooler if I had stitched that map properly, but I don't know what stopped me there. Cool. Oh, the maps we will make, my friends. But for tonight, let's head back to the bar for a nightcap and call that a stream. Here we go. Ah, yes. Cheers to you, my friends. Wednesday night is D&D night. The Dungeons and Dragons Megastream 2. Now, this is my second one back. I'm so glad to be back in the chair, doing D&D prep with you guys, hanging out, having a good time, talking Dungeons and Dragons. Eventually, I will get back to playing. Actually, I gathered my friend group last night via Discord chat. We were just testing the tech and everything, getting things back in order and getting ready to play. And we're actually resuming our sessions for that one next Tuesday. I'm so excited to be back to playing D&D. Reagan, you bounced off POTA because it's too sandboxy. Oh, Princess of the Apocalypse. Sorry. I'm doing that thing where I read chat from the bottom up. All the way through to Princess of Apocalypse. Oh, so you ran from Lost Mines into Princess. Really nice. How did that gel together? A lot of people say you can go to Tiamat as well from there. Or Tyranny of Dragons, I should say. So, Princess of the Apocalypse, you found too sandboxy, eh? I'm reading Out of the Abyss right now. That seems like a really interesting campaign, too. Ran some other stuff to gain DM experience. Yep, now you're running Princess of the Apocalypse again. Do you find you're able to break out of the sandboxiness a little bit now that you're a little more comfortable behind the screen? Scarcheck, I ran Princess of the Apocalypse as well after a few tweaks. It was great fun, right? So it sounds like it needs massaging, hey? Okay, so Princess of the Apocalypse, it sounds like... I trust you, both of your judgment on that, of course. So it sounds like with a little bit of flexing, it's a strong... campaign, but not necessarily out of the box. Is that right? You found a linear outline for it. So are the players kind of making that stuff to make a little bit more sense of the campaign? Out of the Abyss is a fun one as well. Yeah, I think I am going to bring... There's an arc that stems from one of the characters in my friend group right now that would lead really nicely into a very heavily homebrewed version of Out of the Abyss So that's what I'm thinking of doing. I think I'm gonna write it. Like I'll always write. Like I have to write. I tried to write pre-published campaigns or run pre-published campaigns. I just can't do it, man. I'm just like, no, this needs to be changed. No, this doesn't feel like my character's story. It feels like my characters are dropped into someone else's story. You know what I mean? So I think I'm gonna draw from Out of the Abyss for some inspiration and just rewrite, because there's a very good hook to lead into the Underdark. And then I might take the old second edition Menzo Berenzin box set and just like port the crap out of that. So some exciting stuff there. Yeah, if you don't know what you're doing, your job is tough with it. With Princess, yeah. That's too bad to hear, because that was one of the early ones that came out for 5e, right? Players don't mind being a little railroaded in this one. Yeah, you know, do you find that some players need it, right? Like some players need a lot more guidance. They need a lot more... They need much more defined paths, right? Not everybody does as well when they have too many options. You know what I mean? They might have like too many things to consider or what have you. Yeah, Menzo Berenzin. That's such a great box set, the 2e box set. And since I started playing 5e, I've desperately wanted to port that over for 5e. And I mean, it wouldn't take much. Just really some skinning of some of the monsters, the encounters, and some of the dynamics, and you're done. Right, because it's such a good resource out of the box. Insane. One of my favorite components from old school 2e D&D. But my friends, it is that time. Like all good things, this too must come to a close. Another wonderful Wednesday evening in the books. Thank you guys so much for hanging out to me. Really, really does mean the world. Yeah, I'm so appreciative of it when you come and you spend your time with me. I know there are a lot of other options out there, so thank you so much for hanging out, for taking the time to chill. Yes, I will, Blevins. I'll come say hello. Absolutely. I'll be happy to. Reagan, my group's been playing for roughly 20 years now. Oh, yeah, so you got that chemistry, right? Sila, you're lurking. Oh, thanks, gang. That's awesome. You guys rock. Thank you again for making another wonderful Wednesday. Don't forget, tomorrow night, Steph and I are back here at 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific time to play Baz and Bigley Gaming, where we'll continue our playthrough and review of Ghost of Tsushima. It's an amazing game. We're having an incredible time, and we have integrated that new rating system at the bottom now, so you can see how we're ranking things as we go through it based on combat, story, environment and ambiance, visuals and art, and then of course the fifth being overall gameplay. With that, my friends, I will bid you adieu. As always, gang, happy gaming, be good to one another, and we'll see you tomorrow night right back here at 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific for Baz and Bigley Gaming. Oh my god, no way. You're Untold Stories. Thank you very much for the raid. I'm literally just signing off. I so appreciate it. Let's see if we can just spread the love. I'm sure somebody's got to be hanging out over there on Team Purple. I can't take a raid and then not pay it for it. Thank you so much. Welcome everybody from Untold Stories raid. I'm Brad, aka Baz, one half of the Baz and Bigley dynamic duo. This is Wednesday night D&D. We do D&D game prep. We just did a huge map making session. We built an entire city encounter from start to finish. Did all the writing, all the narrative, and then we built the maps. I'll tell you, no, and I just closed everything down. I'm so sorry, guys. I hope you'll throw me a follow, though. Please do. If you do, I'll stick around. We'll throw you a custom anthem, your welcome song. Every follower gets a song here on Baz and Bigley. I really appreciate you coming by. Unfortunately, we are cluing up, but I really hope to see you again soon. We are back tomorrow night at 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific for Baz and Bigley Gaming, where we'll continue to play through Ghost of Tsushima. An amazing game, and I hope to see you. Alexander writes, raid, what's up, everybody? How you doing? Yay, songs! There are stories that are untold and stories never known, but nonetheless, they are all worth their own. If you just listen up and heed the words, you'll know where the goods come from, my friends. And that's why we say hello, Untold Stories. It's a project. Never forget that, because they know where it's at. And that's what I'll leave you with. It's not a follow song, but it's a song for the raid. Thank you so much, gang. We're going into overtime on Bass and Bigley. I really can't tonight. I would love to. I'd at least love to show you my map making suite, but you'll have to come back another Wednesday night for D&D gaming there. But of course, you know, you want to spend your time with Untold, you can always come back and see me another time. Let's see if we can find somebody to spread this love to. Here we go. We must have friends doing things where the story never ends on Twitch. Let's see what we got. Let's spread this love. I don't even know if I have anybody right now. Any suggestions? Who we can hit with this raid love? Let's spread it. I got one. We're going to drop on a friend of mine. He is an industry professional, works in the gaming industry with me. Not together, but similarly. His name is Matt. He's a great, incredible Canadian friend as well. I'd love for us to pop in and say hello. Oh, Biohazard's streaming on Twitch. Yeah, Sila? All right, let's go say hello. Let's go say hello. We'll take a community referral first. All one word. Okay, I got you. All right, we're taking a community referral from Sila Lodi. We're gonna drop in on Biohazard wife friends. I would love for you to just make a lot of noise when you go in there. Tell them you come from Shambazzle Games channel. Much appreciated. Thank you very much for hanging out today, gang. And as always, happy gaming. Be good to one another, and we'll see you tomorrow night right back here at 7 p.m. Eastern Time, 4 p.m. Pacific for Baz and Bigley Gaming as we continue our playthrough of Ghost of Tsushima. I know I've done my sign off like 3 times now, but it's for a very good reason. There's the raid. Please stick around. Make sure that you're active in chat so you get registered for the raid. Say hello, say something. We've got 9 ready to go in raid. That's a pretty healthy drop. We're going to jump in on Biohazard here and say hello, get to know. I totally trust Sila's judgment, who's a great friend of the show too. So ready to go, gang. We're Orzo away in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Tell them Baz and Bigley sent ya. You know what to do. Go get her, big leagues. And have a great night. We'll see you soon.
Bigley, thank you so much for the raid of 9 swole bodies. 9 swole bodies. I appreciate you. Yeah, Happy, we're gonna open up the lobby after this game.
I have a feeling that team from 20s. Can grab her real quick?
I don't have an angle to help you.
No worries. Alright, can go B.
Guys, thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate you. Let's get it. Let's get it.
Enemy UAV overhead.
Are they gonna come from behind us
Enemy
or?
UAV overhead.
I could have been that team that we killed.
Yeah, could have. Oh, I got sniped from behind. I don't know where. On hotel.